Hey guys and gals, this is going to be another video on the updates I am doing to the changes of my layout. You guys want to see what that's all about? Tune into the video. Coming right up. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF 6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is a model railroad channel, so if you enjoy watching scratch builds, layout updates, and rail fanning, and lots of other stuff that pertains to model railroading, this is the channel for you. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit that bell. That'll give you a notification of anytime I do a video or live stream. Anyhow, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing, and that is to give me the thumbs up. That will help my analytics with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get going. First, a word from my sponsors. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. Alright guys, what we're going to do is we're going to start off on this side of the layout because I can use these turnouts that I'm going to take out of here on the other side that we are going to concentrate my time on. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and take these guys out, and eventually what's going to happen is I am going to put these two number 10s in here. So this one would be way back here someplace. I don't know exactly where. I got to make sure where they all fit. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I was having problems going through this little mini S curve right here to get into the helix. So what I want to do is I want to ease that up a little bit by putting these two number 10s in here. And then one more turnout on the back side of this so I can continue my reverse loop right there. Anyhow, we're going to start by taking this up, and then we'll move over to the other side of the layout and we will get going. So basically, all I need to do now is spray with a little water. And that's all it is, just water. So I can get all of this up. I don't know how far back this way I'm going to have to come. I'm hoping I don't have to go to this turnout. I hope everything's going to be in front of this turnout. I know I'm going to have to cut this track, but that remains to be seen. Alright, let's put that up out of the way. And it's funny, I can't find any of my stupid tools. So I'm using this plastic junk thingy I have. And I'll just wait a few minutes for this. Oh, look at that, it's coming up already. Very cool. Very cool, I like it. And the turnouts I need to be very careful with. And I know I got wiring on this, so I need to be really careful when I take these turnouts up. Alright. Yeah, come on. And I'll come back and get these ground throws later. Like I said, right now I'm just interested in the turnouts, because I might be able to use them on the other side of the layout. Alright, let's see. We'll start from this end. And we disconnect him, and we disconnect him. Now I can go ahead and take these two turnouts out, I think. There's more wiring right there. Alright. It should come apart. There you go. There's one. And there's two. Alright. These are the two that I'm most interested in right now. This one here is probably going to have to be moved up after I get the new turnouts in there. But anyhow, what I wanted was these two turnouts right now. And I'm going to take the camera and put it on the other side of the layout, and we'll continue working over there. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to start marking off some of where the track has got to go. First track we're going to do is going to be this, I want to call it an arrival track, but it's really just a track that's going to run through. So anyhow, a few months ago I told you guys about these rulers that I bought. And this one here happens to be a 14-inch ruler, which is perfect for me to do the measuring I need to do on here. So this turnout here is going to determine the distance of this track right here. And when I measure that to the center of the track, to the edge of the board of the layout, I get 12¼ inches. Now that's not counting the fascia, it's just counting the edge of the table. So what I'll do is I'll take this track and I'll measure 12¼ inches all the way down so I get a straight track. And we'll start with that. Alright, so that's 12¼ right there. Now just put a little mark right there like that. I'm hoping that I'll be able to make a mark on top of this dirt. Although it's like right at the edge. And that's good enough, I can see it. As long as I can see it, we're good. 12¼ and then right here. Alright. And then 12¼ here. And we'll go that far for now, and then we'll measure, because there's a couple of wires here. I want to see if I have to move those or if they're good where they're at. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this stuff together with some rail joiners. And let's see how we do. I might even get a little test run to go through the track here today. Who knows? Anyhow, excuse me. I got a couple of rail joiners on this one already, which is a good thing. But I do not have rail joiners on this guy. So we will go ahead and put some rail joiners on here. Now these are one of the Atlas number 7s I'm going to be using. I used them previously, never had a problem with the number 7s. It was number 5s that I was having problems with. Okay, and I'm also going to put the joiners on the diverging track also. I'm probably going to do a time lapse on this part, only because it's going to take a little bit too long. So anyhow, as you can see, I got my rail joiners on that side and my rail joiners on the diverging track, and the rail joiners on the piece of track that I'm going to put in here. So the next thing for me to do, stick my head under there. And it looks to me like this track has to be cut because it's not even. So, with that being said, get my Zerons. And sorry guys, we're going to have to stick my head under here. That was pretty good. Yeah, alright, put those guys back up there. And now, I do have a file here, because there will be rough edges. If you could feel it with your fingernail, that's too big. Nice and smooth when you don't feel it with your fingernails. The rail joiner should go right on. Alright. Now let's see if what I said is true. I may have to get my glasses. Come on. I can't see it very well. That's my problem right now. Come on. I think I might have to file this down a little bit more. No? There we go. Alright. Alright, so now we have the turnout situated. And I will be getting, as you can see, I have a bunch of, where are they? I have a bunch of these ground throws right now from the ones I already took off. So I will put these on after I get the track all lined up. And as you can see, I got a bunch of them right here. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is hook the track up onto the turnout. And then we'll get this all lined up and get the next track in place. Sorry about that. But before I do that, what I do want to do is I want to knock some of this down so my track lays flat. Real joiner. I could move it in a little bit, but I want as much space back here as I possibly can get. Alright, I'm going to have to get some water and my scraper and knock some of that dirt down. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is pretty much the final track plan that I'm going to have for my ethanol plant. So, we would be coming in on this track here, and we can go either way, one way or the other, and we'll come through here. And then we can exit down there. But in the meanwhile, I do have my runaround track there. As you can see, 2 SD40s and 2 hoppers. Then my loading tank loading facility back here. I'm going to redo the loading platforms. I bought those a long time ago, and the person is not in business anymore. Those tanks are going to be replaced. More tanks will go over here. I need to still build the cooling building, which will go right there. And then this will be my hopper shed. As you can see, can hold a lot of hoppers in here. I think I can get 10, 5 on each track. Anyhow, yeah, so everything is good. I like the way it looks. None of it is glued down yet. Well, some of it is, but not all of it. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing them down. And also, we're going to do my favorite part of the layout, and that's wiring. So anyhow, let's see what else we can get into. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're back on the other side of the layout, and I want to show you how this is going to work out over here. As you can see, here's one number 10, and it crosses over into this one. Now, the reason why I did that is so, if a train is coming here and it wants to go up the helix, he'll continue straight, and straight on through into the helix track. Now, if a train is on this track, and he wants to go to the helix, all he needs to do now is just one crossover, and he's on the helix track. As you can see, I got it torn up right now. I still have to take out some wiring. As you can see, there's wire here and there's wire there. This all has to be rewired, and you know that is our favorite part of the hobby. Anyhow, let's see what else we can get into. Maybe I'll even have a train running tonight, or in this video I should say. Stay tuned and we'll be back in a few. Alright guys, we're going to do a little soldering of wires here. I want to get this thing running in this video, so we're going to go ahead and have a little bit of fun with solder and all kinds of stuff. This is the way I do it. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be the way you do it, but I find that this way works for me, and you just need to do one that works the best for you. So first of all, I got my soldering iron here, and this was a gift from Dave BNSF N Scale. He gave me this a while back. As you can see, the little temperature thing, I can increase or decrease the temperature of the soldering iron, which is pretty cool. Anyhow, I did run out of yellow wire. My colors for track power was green and yellow, so I'm substituting the white wire. As long as I know that, I'm okay. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and tin these ends. I'm using stranded wire. I just like using stranded wire. I'm not used to using solid core wire. Alright, do that. And then we'll do this one. This is just a micro mini brush I'm using to apply this. I'm doing all the green side first, and then I'll do the whites. From here, that way is already done. I thought I just might want to show you guys how I do this. And the way I do it is I wire on all 6 rails of my turnouts. I have had no problems as far as continuity through the rails, so that's the way I've been doing it, and that's the way I'll keep doing it. Anyhow, the next thing we're going to do is I like to dip my soldering iron into the flux. Kind of cleans the tip. And then I'll go ahead and I'll tin this. I'm going to do that off camera because I have a nice edge here I can use. Okay, once it's tinned, I'll go ahead and put it on the wire. And you can see a nice shiny silver. That means the solder has adhered to the wire. Clean that again. Then I have a little sponge right here that I'm wiping that off with. And I'll do it again. And we'll do the second wire. That's this guy back here. Alright. Now, the trick is to get it onto the track. So, I will take my flux and I will put it on the back side of the rail. Do the same for the other one. The flux actually cleans the surface that's going to be soldered onto, so it's a good idea to use, otherwise you'll just waste a lot of time trying to get it soldered. Anyhow, here we go with my soldering iron again. Clean it out. Now, doing the back sides of these is the hardest part because I can't really see what I'm doing, but we can get close enough, I think. And there you go. I tell you, don't try not to breathe this fumes that come up here because it's really toxic. I tell you, it hurts. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and push this through. Oops, wrong one. Just like that. And then, once it's ballasted, you won't even see it. Alright, we'll do that one, and then I'll do the rest off camera. Just want to show you how I do this. Alright, I know I already did this once, but I'm going to do it again. A little bit here. Okay. Alright, here we go. This one's giving me a problem. Sometimes you just have to redo it. the flux that helps the solder flow also. So we'll just have to just redo it, no biggie. No big deal. Alright. Reach in the guy. Alright. When you hear it sizzle, it should be good. But for some reason, this guy just doesn't want to do its thing. There we go. I think. I guess we'll find out here in a little bit. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you how I do it. Basically, I'm pretty sure everybody does it the same way. So let me go ahead and finish this off camera, and then hopefully when I come back, we'll have a little train action. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye for now. Alright guys, now we're under my layout, and we're going to start joining some of these wires up to the terminal blocks that I have up in here. Problem is, I don't have enough of the eye hooks, so I'm going to have to join these together, and then what I'll do is from here to here, I'll run a heavier wire, which will be 18 gauge. I'm using 24 gauge here, so let's go ahead and start with this. The first thing we'll do is we'll cut these all to the same length. And what I like about this stripping tool is I could take all three of these wires, as long as they're flat, and I could strip them all at the same time. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So now I'll just take these and put them together like that. Then I'll take some of my heavier wire and we'll go ahead and hook this up. This is basically all the yellow wire I have left. Alright, so we'll go ahead and strip this side. Alright, so we got this one here stripped. Alright, and now, before we go any further, let us put a shrink tubing on there. Alright, here we go. My shrink tubing in there. Okay, and then we'll take these white wires. And like I said, guys, I ran out of the yellow wire, the 24 gauge yellow wire, so I switched to the white. And as long as I know that that's what happened, I'll be okay. Now the thing about that is, I usually attach the white wire to the yellow, so I'll know. Alright, now that we got that done, I know you guys use a heat gun for this. I just use my lighter. And just give it a couple of seconds. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And I already have a wire loop up here. I'm going to come through there and go to there. Alright, so I'm not going to cut this wire right now. Just going to run it through. Like I said, I do have a wire hanger up there. No. Sorry. There we go. And then I do have a whole board and framework. So we'll go ahead and stick this guy through. And here it is. Alright, and now turn myself around here. Let me take one of the last remaining connectors that I have. And this guy's just going to go right to there. So we just need to slid him down and strip him. And when you crimp this guy, you need to make sure that you can see the tip of the wire, and you need to crimp it as close to the end as you can. Like that. There we go. And so now, we just got to do this right there. And I just hooked up how many wires? 4 pieces of track. 3 pieces of track. And I'll do the same here. I've got a couple of danglers here. And then this guy will, these 2 guys right here will get attached to that guy right there. And pretty much we're all done except for down there. Anyhow, we'll bring you back, and hopefully the next time I turn this camera on, we'll see some live action. Be right back. Hey guys and gals. Okay, well, now you've seen the track plan that I'm going to be using for my ethanol plant. Unfortunately, I was not able to get a train running on this video because it seems that every time I do some track work, I wind up with an issue. I do have an issue, and I'm trying to figure it out. It might be, I might have to juice up some of my frogs. I'm not 100% sure yet. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951 out.